For more on that, we want to bring in Ohio Democratic Congressman Greg Landsman. All right, here's the truth is sometimes discretion's a better part of valor. You got to take one for the team. Is that what we're looking at here? Chuck Schumer taking one for the team, Greg?
Maybe, but most of us are frustrated. We are looking at a ton of chaos and I think blatant corruption where you have this big donor who's running the show. And costs are getting, worse. The economy's tanking, and this was an opportunity to fight back. People are looking for us to fight, and this was an opportunity to fight back.
And it's not just the young Democrats who are frustrated. Some of the stalwarts are also quite perplexed. You saw Nancy Pelosi, Speaker Emeritus, come right out and say, hey, listen, they lost their nerve. Here's Jim Clyburn. I want to get your reaction to what he had to say about how, with a little seasoning, maybe this would have been better.
The issue and the way you do something is like playing the game. Sometimes the way you play the game is more important than whether or not you win or lose. And I just think that what happened here was that people were disappointed in the process. And sometimes that can override, if not overrule, the end result as well.
You know, I could sense the frustration. I've known the congressman for a long time, and that's about as forceful as he'll get in terms of a criticism for a fellow member, in particular for a friend. Your thoughts?
Well, I agree. I mean, the process is important. Ultimately, the end result is even more important. And what this does is accelerate these chaotic tariffs that have rocked the stock market, that may put us in a recession. It's going to accelerate the indiscriminate firing of tens, if not hundreds of thousands of folks. I mean, they're intentionally creating unemployment, and costs are going back up. And, so I think it was a bad decision, and folks want to see some strength and to have a fight here to ensure that everything that's happening is going to help the American people and improve the economy, not what we're seeing right now.
But you would admit, I mean, you have a job, I have a job. I wouldn't want to be without my job. I wouldn't last very long without it economically. And when you're talking about shutting down the government, I think some people too cavalierly. I disagree with that, and I think a lot of Americans in your district might also hold that position. Can you understand why they might feel strongly that shutting down the government isn't exactly a great thing either?
No, it's terrible. I mean, what you're seeing is the shutting down of the government now, and core services are being undermined. People can't get folks on the phone. I mean, I got people who are trying to do economic development and build housing here, and they can't get somebody on the phone at the Department of HUD or at EPA. It's a huge problem. And so, it's one of the reasons why I've always worked in a bipartisan way to ensure that we avoid a government shutdown. And that is what should have happened here. The American people want Democrats and Republicans to work together, period.
You know what? One of the best things for your party, it would seem to me in the conversations that I've had today, is youth will win out and youth will be served, and young leaders like yourself have to take the lead and stop leading on the gerontocracy that has frankly overtaken Washington. Am I too far afield in saying that?
No, but I think no, not at all. And it affects both parties. I mean, trust in politicians and government is an all-time low. Both parties have really low approval ratings. So, clearly the American people want new leadership. They want people they can trust. They want people who don't take this corporate PAC money and don't listen to their big donors when it comes to, policies and what kind of decisions we make, that they come first, that working people come first, and that we're building an economy that's for them, not these big companies and these big donors. I think that is ultimately what the American people want. So, yeah, they want change.
Congressman Greg Landsman from the Buckeye State of Ohio. Great to have you with us today. We appreciate it. Well, let's have another conversation in the future. Thanks again.